Hey, it's Marko here from Realty. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in a while. I was in Croatia for a few weeks visiting family. Then I came back and I've been spending time with family here in Victoria around the holiday season. Typically around the holiday season in Victoria, the real estate market screeches to a halt. But today I thought it would be a good time to make a YouTube video with predictions, my personal predictions for the real estate market in Victoria for 2019. So I've been licensed since 2010, so 9 years in real estate full-time. I've seen some interesting markets. 2012, 13, those were some tough years, especially in certain product segments like condos. 2013, you could not give a condo away. The market was slow. The government introduced depreciation reports. It was really tough for a couple of years there. And then last year, around this time, condos were on the market for a matter of hours as people were trying to beat the stress test. What do I anticipate for 2019? So 2016 we had 10,600 sales. 2017 we had 8,900 sales. 2018 we're going to finish the year at 7,150 sales. I think we're going to continue seeing a declining trend in sales. I'm personally predicting about 6,700 to 6,800 sales for 2019. I think long term there's always going to be great demand for property in Victoria from local population, people moving here to retire, etc. But the reason I think we're going to see a decline for the fourth year in a row in terms of sales is the government has just piled on so many things which bring uncertainty to the market, from the federal government and mortgage regulations, from the local government and the foreign buyer tax and the spec tax, and interest rates on top of that creeping up. Even though I think there's going to be really good long-term demand for property in Victoria, I think this next year is kind of going to be a transitional year where people feel out the market, and I think some buyers are probably going to hold off from jumping into the market, which is going to suppress sales a bit. So my prediction is fourth year in a row we see lower sales than the previous year. Pricing for 2018, single-family home pricing from January 2018 till December 2018 for single-family homes essentially flat, both the median and the average. And I really think that's what we're going to see for 2019 as well. While the market figures all these variables out, I think it's going to be another year where the median essentially ends up being flat, average prices end up being flat. There are some market segments, that might be getting a bit oversupplied, such as the pre-sale condo market. A ton of pre-sale developments have launched lately at very, very high prices, in my opinion. So I think there's going to be a few segments of the market that simply tap out and maybe even revert a bit in price. But for the most part, I think your attractive single-family home in the core areas, I think it's probably going to hold flat for the year. So I know my predictions aren't too exciting. Sales dropping a bit, prices flat. But they're at least my honest opinion. I'm not trying to pump the market, and I'm not trying to introduce doom and gloom into the market. I think we need a year of transition where things are flat, people figure things out a bit, and inflation catches up, just a tad to prices, because we had a huge run up in the last 3 years. So I think for buyers, there's going to be more opportunity to find reasonable purchases out there, have reasonable conditional periods where you can do inspections, etc. And I think for sellers, it's going to be important to sharp pricely. I think with the market slowing down potentially even further, I think even if you're a couple of percent above what the market's going to support, you're probably not going to get any traction. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Realty.